Here we are at the three judges. Let's take a look inside. So we're at Three Judges Inn, a classic Scottish bar found on the corner of Dumbarton and Byres Road, across the road from Kelvin Hall subway stop. The current coronavirus guidelines are that there's 25 people allowed in the bar at any one time, maximum 8 people per table, and a maximum of 3 households on those tables. Here they change malt of the month, and they have regularly change their cask ale, so it's a good place to try new tastes. A quite cool defining feature is all the old bar taps above the bar. Before COVID, they used to have a monthly jazz night on the first Sunday of every month and a weekly pub quiz. They might also be bringing back their student discount.
Cool.
Company started in Aberdeen, and recently they have gone carbon negative. And in terms of coronavirus guidelines at the moment for them, they're having maximum 58 people in the bar, and it's 8 people and 3 households at once, and they are using perspex screens to make sure they can keep the tables socially distanced. And after you've been in, they sanitise everything, the menus, the screens, the tables, the chairs. Brewdog also serve food as well, so it's a really nice place to come to try out some Scottish brewed beers and some different food. They have a weekly quiz on a Tuesday, and they're going to bring that back in the first week of October. Brewdog at the moment are not doing service at the bar. It's either table service or they have an app which you can order through as well.
personal favourite of mine in first year, and a pub that's very close to a lot of Glasgow Uni accommodation, like the Current Cross and Kelvin Hall Gate. It's right next to Kelvin Hall Street, and they have a pub quiz every Wednesday. I'm not sure if they're doing it during lockdown actually, but it's really, really good. I would absolutely recommend to everyone to come here, have a pint. It's a very traditional Scottish pub with a wide range of whiskies and bars on tap. Is very good for if you're new to Glasgow, want to try new tastes, and the staff are really, really friendly. The atmosphere is great. Absolutely recommend. Every Saturday and Friday, or Friday and Saturday, they have live music, usually traditional folk music, and it's really, really good to explore the traditional and sort of local scene. So now we're here with Sean from the Island. He's going to answer some questions. First of all, when did you start working again after lockdown?
It was a couple of days after the pubs reopened, so that would have been mid towards the end of July. But yeah,
really good. Do you have any measures that you follow, and what are they?
We recommend people should book on weekends and stuff, just because we still get busy. Can't have people standing up in the bar, so people have to be seated. You need to give us your contact details because we track and trace if there's an outbreak again, and we try and keep the toilets clean every 30 to an hour a minute.
That's great, perfect. And just the last question is, I know you have a pub quiz here and live music. Is that working as normal, or if not, when is it going back on?
Depends when Nicola Sturgeon does the but normally before lockdown we used to have a quiz Wednesday night, every Wednesday, and Monday and Tuesday we used to have fiddler sessions where just get a group playing at the bottom area. Thursday again, music, and then Friday and Saturday we'd have live bands.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Right, does one of you want to say we're off to Bank Street? Maybe not. Ollie, someone shout we're off to Bank Street.
Oh, we're going to Bank Street now. Student favourite. A lot of societies like to come here and have their socials. Bank Street's really well known for having really good deals with their food and pints. For example, Bacora and a pint for £5.50. They also do good deals on their burger and pizza and pictures of beer. They're currently doing just doing table service at Bank Street. We're going to go talk to one of the staff members about more of what they're up to at the moment. trying. We're out in Bank Street talking to Fraser and Josh about their coronavirus measures. Okay, so what are you doing? Like, what have you changed for the coronavirus thing?
So as soon as someone enters the pub, we need people to sign a track and trace for each household as they come in. And we have a maximum table size of 8, and we ensure a 1 metre gap between all tables.
And what are your opening and closing times at the moment?
Opening times are 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock at night.
How many people are you having per table? Is there a limit on number of households?
There's a limit of 3 people, household, and 8 people per table inside, and we can have 15 people per table outside.
And why should students come along to Bank Street during Freshers Week?
We have really cheap cocktails, really cheap cocktails, and a great atmosphere. All the students come here. It's just a good night.
And through the day you can get a pizza for £5.
Right, thank you.
Right, now we're on the way to InDeep. Jump in the puddle. We're here at InDeep Bar. This is the outdoor seating area. It's a lovely bar, personal favourite of mine. It's right near Kelvin Bridge subway station, and it's got a massive range of different beers inside, and it's got these lovely alcoves that used to be underground train tunnels, and it's right next to the River Kelvin, as you can see behind you, and it's also dog friendly. We're going to go inside and ask a member of staff more about their COVID restrictions. We're speaking to Sandy from InDeep. I'm just going to ask him a few questions. So, what safety measures have you got in place for COVID?
So, when people come in, we ask that they keep their masks on at all times, unless they're sitting at the table. We instantly take track and trace details, so that will be contact name and number. Then we're doing full table service, so every table's spaced out a metre, as it's a metre social distancing within pubs just now. We have, so as I say, it's all seating, full table service, so the only time you ever need to interact with someone is when someone comes to serve your table. All the staff will be wearing masks, so they'll always wear masks when they're serving your table. Then there are hand sanitising stations at the top door. Everywhere you walk around, there's sanitising stations beside the toilets. The toilets are push doors, so you can obviously use your foot to push them open. And then we are just doing contactless payments wherever possible as well. So there's little sort of interaction between money handling or anything as well.
Very good, thank you. And I also remember you used to have sort of open mics or poetry nights and things like that. Is there any chance that they'll be coming back in the future? Or?
What you'll probably find with every bar just now is that no bar is allowed to have any sort of music on or any sort of television noise. That is obviously to keep conversation levels at a bit of a lower volume. So with spoken words, as you've probably been in before, our spoken word used to be quite a sort of joined affair. Everyone would be in, would be close by each other. We really just can't do that just now, purely because of the distancing and however many households come in for that as well. It's something we would love to get back as soon as possible. It's the same as live music. We'd love to get that back. We'd love to get quizzes back. We can guarantee that as soon as they're allowed to come back, we'll have them back, and we'll have them back as safely as we possibly can.
So do you have a limit here to the amount of people that can be in the bar at any one time?
We have a set capacity, so every table has a set capacity on it as well. So the most in a group that we can have in is 8, but that can only be from up to 5 households. Now obviously rules have just changed last night with regards to people going to other people's houses. So what might happen is something else might come back in that sort of limits the amount of households that can come to a bar. We're just waiting to hear that back, but the most we'll have in any one booking will be 8. So if you're coming out as a 10, book 2 tables of 5. We'll sit you apart, but obviously you won't all be together at one big table. But yeah, that's and the capacity wise in here, we are operating at half capacity, so we've got 134, but that's split over all 3 arches. So we obviously have the outdoor arch as well.
Are you opening the outdoor seating as well by the River Kelvin?
Not on the river though, so we had to take away the benches on the riverside out there purely because they wouldn't be 2 metres distance outside. Because with that being on the walkway, it's 2 metres for everyone else. So, but next door in the archway is 1 metre. So it's a pain, but we're trying to get as many tables safely as we can to make people enjoy themselves, but also to feel as safe as possible.
And what are your opening times here, and what days are you open?
So we open Monday to Sunday, and that's 12 till 12 every day. Also, we've extended the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. So throughout September, we're offering half-price food and soft drinks from Monday to Wednesday, and that's all day. So we serve food up until 8:30, the kitchen closes. And then obviously every other day we've got food on as well. What you will find, we do try and keep our prices as cheap as we can, for obviously we appreciate the students in the area, but we don't do a student discount. But again, you can always see our menus online, so you can see how cheap things are.
And why would you recommend this bar to freshers and new students in the city?
Well, we were all students once ourselves, so we've now been here 8 years. Every year we have freshers come down, we have different societies come down for nights. I'd say we've got a really good crowd of people that come in, so you can meet new people. Again, you can't really meet new people just now, it's a bit difficult for that, but in years gone by it's always been a good place. You always hear lots of people meeting their boyfriend or girlfriend down here. We do, as you say, have poetry nights and things, so it's quite nice to integrate with different things with that. I just think we're quite a nice, quirky wee bar that's open to sort of younger people. It's quite a good bar. I'm quite proud of the place, right? So I'd be happy if everyone came down.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. So we've successfully made it to Ashton Lane. The rain is back on, but we are not caring about that. So we will head up to Vodka Vodka. So hello, we're here with Zoe from Vodka Vodka, and she's going to explain to us, give us a bit of insight of how they're handling the COVID-19 crisis. So when did you first open again after lockdown, and what are the measures that you're taking to protect the customers and students coming to the bar?
Yeah, so I think it was about a couple of months ago now. It was just after, I think it was maybe a week or so after it was actually properly allowed. So it was pretty soon after, which was good. Basically we've changed, so we used to never have bookings, so now we can do a booking system which is a lot easier to manage who's coming in and out. For walk-ins we're doing track and trace, and we've got a text message that you can send with your name, so that's quite quick for them. Also it's maximum 4 per table, I believe, or you can book 2 tables for 8, so obviously with the government guidelines it's 3 households and 8 people. And yeah, it's definitely different just due to the size. We used to just be really full, but now
with the 4 table, like just 4 per table and things. But usually, we've been doing pretty well, fully booked most weekends, and we did have a bit of good weather for a bit, so that was, it's been good.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm glad everything's just slowly starting up again. Do you have any words that you would like to say to students coming up, like freshers coming into university, to encourage them or to like make them feel safe about coming to the bar and just enjoying their time in Glasgow?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think it definitely might be something to be worried. People would be worried about if they're especially coming from towns or something. But to be honest, a lot of bars I know around here are definitely doing what they can do, and we change as much as we can to make it still enjoyable but also safe. So we're happy to have everyone in, and any questions then you can get in touch with us as well.
Okay, sorry. Last question. So, what times are you open? What's your opening time, closing time, and which days of the week?
So Monday to Thursday we're 3 till 11 at the minute, and then at the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're 12 till 12. We're doing the 2-hour booking slots at the minute, and it depends on how busy it is. It might get a bit longer and things like that. So yeah.
Thank you very much. That was great. Thank you.
Here we are on Ashton Lane, a lovely... I'll start over. Here we are on Ashton Lane, a lovely location right next to the university with a host of loads of lovely student bars and restaurants, such as Vodka Vodka, which we've just seen. We've got Grell, Grosvenor Cafe, Ubiquitous Chip, you name it, they've got it. Here we are at Hillhead Book Club, just off Byers Road, near the uni. Let's go take a look. Come on, it. Oh no. Can't say that.